Bagfuel, baby.
The acting world, man, which everybody really wants to, at some point, everybody wants to be in a movie. How have you navigated that and make the impact? Because you're going for it.
You know, I mean, it's funny, man, is like when I first came to LA,
which a lot of people
like a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people come out here and you feel like, oh, I'm about to, like when I left Minnesota, I was like, bro, I'm about to go to LA. I'm about to get it rocking right away. I'm about to turn up. And then like it took 7 years before I went on Top Model. But even going on Top Model, like I came out for acting. So I was like, I was in auditions and reading and get denied and this, that, and the third. And then, I mean, when Top Model happened, it kind of opened the door for everything else. And even then I was still going on auditions and this, that, and the third. And I was like, man, I'm about to try to make my own project. So then I got with a producer, my partner Ryan Lamar, and we just figured it out. And we were like, yo, we're gonna go raise the money and shoot this project ourselves.
Was that the Dubai thing with Terrence J?
Yep. So then we ended up raising the funds, got with Terrence.
So you produced your first project as well.
Yeah. So I co-wrote it. Me and my partner wrote it, and then we just went and raised the money. We're like, we ain't gonna wait for nobody. We're just gonna go get it done.
You mind if I ask how much money did you have to raise to get the movie popping?
So the budget on that movie was it was like 3 M's we raised for that one. 3, yeah.
How long it took you to raise that? The reason why, man, people really have grandiose dreams.
Yeah.
But what you're explaining is what Esso came in when he's like, yo, this is why you're hitting a ceiling.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to put yourself on the line differently and think for yourself differently. And that's what you're explaining now. And this is scary to people, but this seems to be the number one thing that gets people past that threshold.
It is. Well, what I did is funny because it was supposed to be a TV series, and I put $50,000 up out of my own pocket, and I shot like a pilot for it. So I paid $50,000 to go shoot like a pilot episode of what the first episode would look like, and then we pitched that to all the networks, and surprisingly enough, they were like, it doesn't make sense, because, well, the funny thing is they were saying it's like a influencer. They're like, it's like an influencer entourage. And I was like, how don't that make sense right now? Is that I got all the biggest influencers that can push the project attached. So what you would usually have to pay millions of dollars for,
you don't have to
for
pay.
us to promote, you don't got to pay, because I'm aligning us with real actors, but now we're getting the built-in promo and press
and the influencers
to do it. And it's cast that really act. And so the networks, they just weren't really seeing the vision. And so they passed. So then that's when we were like, we're gonna go raise the money to shoot the film. And so originally we raised like 1.5 million, and we were just gonna shoot the whole thing in Chicago. And then my partner Elijah just came off of doing some stuff with Jamie, and he had moved to Dubai, and he was like, bro, y'all gotta really shoot this out here in the UAE. If that's the storyline. He was like, and so he had the government get him on board, and he brought some funds from out there to cover the rest, and everything just kind of came together, bro. But yeah, like it took us damn near 2 years. It was like a 2 to 3 year process between writing the script, shooting the pilot, and that getting denied by everybody, and then going and raising the funds another like couple years.
So when y'all raise the funds, do y'all use the funds personally for anything, or do y'all have to let the funds just sit in the bank until you gotta start shooting the project?
Yeah, no, the funds go, it's like an escrow account that the attorneys create, so like it can't be touched. So nobody can run up that bag.
That's crazy. You're looking at $3 million. It has to
and it's
go.
mine.
Right.
It's all mine, but I gotta spend it over here.
Right, you like,
that could change my. Did you think about, damn, maybe I should have, if I realized I could raise this money, maybe I should have raised this money for something else that could have just went directly to me?
I mean, the funny thing, I mean, even with that, we learned so much. Like, even like with your first film, like you shouldn't raise, like it should not be that much money. Like after doing that, everybody's like, bro, you usually should start with like a few $100,000, maybe 500,000.
But why, when you Don Benjamin, you get $3 million?
I'm like, bro, I'm trying
fuck
to get
is you
10
talking
million.
about?
Like,
Exactly. Fuck is you talking about? Ain't no rules to getting to the money. That sound like hate. That sound like they was hating a little bit. Like you got too much money. Who the fuck says you got too much money?
I'm trying to get 100 million.
I never even heard of that before. Yo, bro, you got too much money to start. You should have started. You should have started with this. The only time I ever heard that was when you buying a car. They be like, yo, don't buy a new car first because you're not gonna take care of it.
I'm like,
if
that's
the premise, I still want the Maserati.
Right, out the
Let
gate.
me fuck it up.
But no, I think because just like finding investors, and right now like the industry is just like is real rocky right now. Like with the strike that happened,
the industry meaning what?
Shifting.
The entertainment industry in total, right?
In total,
because you a rapper, you an artist, and you act and you model, so the whole shit is in shambles.
How did the writer's strike affect you?
Well, it affected us because we couldn't shoot. So like we were supposed to film a movie and everything shut down.
Although you was independent, so you're not independent.
Well, the movies are still ran through the union. So even though we shot it independent and raised the funds, we still shot it through the union. And the union wasn't letting nobody film because the strikes was going on. So like all the damn near everybody, so we was literally supposed to go shoot a film, and then the strike hit, and then we had to stop that, and then some investors pulled out because they were like,
Could you do your commercials when the strike hit? The Old Spices?
We could still do, like, luckily, bro, I could still do all the social media stuff. So like that wasn't affected, thank God. But like everything film-wise, and that's why a lot of people was waking up, bro, and they was like, yo, we gotta, it even made independent filmmaking even more appealing now because like, look at all the theaters, like everybody losing money. Like nobody really goes to watch movies in the theaters no more like that unless it's like a Marvel film or
it's
like a horror film.
3D, some 3D shit that you can't see at home.
Ice Age.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
so maybe niggas should make everything fucking 3D. You should do your movie 3D. So motherfuckers is walking right in front of your face. Because that's going to be the experience. It got everything needs to be 3D.
Them Finding Nemo movies, they will rock your butt.
And then they got the movie theaters where the rain really drop on you.
Right,
and all
the
that
4D joints, bro. 4D, 4D is crazy.
Everything got to go to 4D.
Bro, yeah, for real.
Pause.
That's why the budget got to be big out the gate.
So now that you
so they was hating, like I said.
You invested in yourself. How did that now catapult to where you are in the, movie business?
So I mean, from putting that into that, like now I'm in Jordan Peele's film. With Marlon Wayne.
Yeah, I do voiceovers. You can hook me up since you over there with the big dog. Now you over there with Marlon and Jordan Peele. I do voiceovers, okay? He's gonna look out for me, my guy.
Hey, let's go. Honestly, bro, but it's opened the door to get these opportunities that I'm just gonna use to come back and continue to do my own stuff with my people. You know what I mean? And so I guess that's like where it's heading is. You gotta kind of see that vision, you know what I mean? Like the long-term vision where it's like, this is where I see it. This is kind of the steps I gotta figure out. And for me, it's always like, if I'm gonna get denied, like for the longest, it was like a weird window where I just wasn't booking nothing, where I'd audition and it was like every time I look up, I just wasn't booking the role. And so I was like, well, let me put myself in a role that I see that I can do. And then from that, it opened up, the other opportunities, and then Jordan Peele and them. Yeah, bro, it's crazy.